Hello, one and all, to another episode, episode 7, of course, to the Chinese playthrough as Giant China, the one uniforming feature of Asia. The difference between this episode and last episode is that I've kind of improved the front lines a bit. I've reorganized a bit of the lines. I don't really like the field marshal system because it kind of really sucks a bit. See, probably want to get reinforce rate's pretty good. I reorganized, as I said before, I reorganized the lines so that they improved a bit. The north is not really that improved because there's not many troops out here. But now everyone has one line mainly to attack from, because there is a pocket here that's being threatened to break out. But once we do finish up the Caucasus here, we shouldn't be having a problem reinforcing these fronts. And hopefully Germany is on its knees, so hopefully we can wrap this up sooner rather than later. The Allies, the rest of the Allies, are invading through, well, the lowlands in order to gain a foothold here, and hopefully this will distract enough the Allies so we can continuously make our push. We are lacking in infantry equipment again for the 7 billion time. But, you know, there's not much we can do at this point. We can try just assign more military factories to it. But we are making so much equipment, but we are losing a lot to Germans. Strangely enough, even though Germany has 0 manpower, and a lot of their divisions are, you know, kind of having 0 strength, they are pushing us back. They're actually making a front. I mean, but they are using puppets, I suppose. Looking at everyone else, I mean, they've got to be running out. Italy is probably the biggest factor here. They have to be making the biggest push against us. And as for Japan, well, we're doing okay against them. Not much we can do. We can wait till the Allies nuke them. But for the moment, we're just going to have to take the hits against them. But as long as they can push us out of here, which is the good part. So we can see what we can do from there. But hopefully we're going to go down to speed 3, so that the we can make sure that this pocket doesn't get out of hand. Because it can, the AI will just spam troops here. If possible. They really want to get surroundings. But luckily for us, we should start being able to surround this pocket. And once we crush it, it's pretty much the end for the Germans at this point. We do also want to wrap up the Caucasus here. The Germans don't have that many troops, but we don't have many troops here either. Surprisingly enough, they do have one port. This port here, which is the lifeline. So if I can take it, that would pretty much mean the death sentence for the Germans. Which I wouldn't be that surprised if Turkey is letting them have ports actually, and they can just go through here, couldn't they? Yeah. Anyway, we have lost 1 troop from surroundings, which isn't bad. I mean, it could be a lot worse, but these pockets are really threatening us, as we are reassigning troops to these fronts. And of course, Hard Divine 4 AI, it's really good. If I were to use field marshals, the field marshal line, it make it more organized, but then it's a whole nother mess, unfortunately. As for the field marshal though, he's getting up there. He's almost level 9, well, actually no, not even that close. He's at 12% to level 9. But hopefully by the time the war's finished, he'll be there, and we can get our Sun Tzu achievement. It's slow but steady, as I said before. It'll take the entire war to get that point. But it's still very slow grind to get him up to level 9. Oh, we're going to lose Moscow. It's unfortunate. And we do have negative 10,000 guns. But it doesn't really mean a lot, especially since we do have 227,000 guns already in the field. We'll just have to keep an eye on that number until it really starts to lower down. As for Japan though, it's still a slog. The only solution I can really see is that if we get tanks and start actually making tanks, that could be a great boon for us. Because that'll really push Japan out of here. But Japan probably is going to be our last nation we take care of, simply because I don't have that many resources heading towards defeating Japan. Germany is the main problem. But I really want to break that port, so all of these units will be out of supply. Which are already at low supply, mind you. They're just being a huge pain. Anyway, this pocket is now being cleaned up. Not what I really wanted it to be. I mean, if I got at least surrounded and take care of all these units, that would have been the best opportunity. But regardless, at least cleaning up the pocket is the biggest threat. Now we did surround some units, some remaining divisions. Once the Caucasus are cleaned up, we will send all these troops to this front. Germany's pretty much done. I mean, the Allies might beat us, which is a bit unfortunate to get to not being the first to get to Berlin. But there's no rush. We're all friends here. We're all part of the Friendship Club, which is known as the Allies. It's pretty much just the only two factions left: Allies and Axis. Go play a board game. Well, Axis, Allies, and then Japan. Oh, catchy though. Anyway, I think the port, yep, it's now been taken. So all these Axis forces here now pretty much done. And now it's Endsieg. Aha, we've reached it. Maybe. The Germans have no manpower. They don't have any. Just die already. Okay, maybe I should breaking Sevastopol. I think it's safe now to bring it back up to speed 5 and let's see if we can wrap this war quickly. Just getting our air doctrine going, barely any airplanes. It's a good strategy. Probably see that. Anyway, might as well make some battleships that we're not going to make. Lines are messed up again. That's okay. Got some overruns. Beautiful. Actually, that's most of the Axis there. Dead and gone. Now we can take that oil. Unfortunately, not steel. That's really a shame. I kicked from the Allies again, which, you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. If we don't join the Axis, we could take Poland, which isn't the worst idea. Paris has been retaken. Surprisingly enough, I don't see the newspaper article for that. Paradox News. But we're wrapping up the war on two fronts. It was a long slog. It's thousands of miles across Asia, but we've done it. It's coming down to a close. Gotten past the borders where Germany would have taken Russia originally in real timeline. Yeah, the Germans are done. Oh, look at that. Caucasus now ours. Kick you out of that port. Anyway, all these troops now just marching back over to the Western Front. And we have an even bigger break now? Seriously? This isn't what I planned for. Australia assumes responsibility for colonial holdings. You're not really, are you? Not really holding on to much. Let's see now. Puppet of British Malaya. Interesting. Even though struggle focuses are on, seems like the AI is now going off the rocker. Let's see, we're still out 10,000 guns. But, another break. Another break in our lines. Well, look at the surroundings at least. For the safe side, I won't go full aggressive. But it would be fun though. Because we're still kind of out of infantry equipment. But once we reach cap, we'll go aggressive. But yeah, we're going to definitely use the wall to Berlin. Unless we rush now. Sure, in 7 days. As for Japan, I really want to break you. Let's call it done. Probably want to leave the Marines here, actually. Okay. So regular infantry will. They're breaking us here. So have so much infantry, it's annoying. We're not going to make it, but. I want that rush now. I'm gonna steal as much land as I can. Perhaps even take Poland, if possible. Oh, he got surrounded. No, we'll send everyone, cough cough everyone, to reinforce this. Anyway, we need to save our men. I said save our men. Obviously they didn't get the memo. There we go. Well, we lost probably 3 divisions, but that's okay. As long as we can hold, should be fine. We'll deal with Japan later. As for Germany, well, isn't that great? It's quite a shame. I really did want to rush into Europe. Suppose we'll have to settle for 2nd place. But it does seem like the Allies are going to get a low war score from taking occupied German territory. But we'll take all Russia, which is what I really want anyway. 18 million casualties. How much did we lose? 8 million. I mean, that's bad, but not as bad as the Germans. So I think eventually at this point, we're just going to have a new Cold War. China versus the Allies. I think it's kind of funny. Unfortunately, we only have one front line now. Kind of want to just waste all. Well, Japan doesn't have manpower, which is good news. Can we now push you back? Some progress here. Berlin still hasn't been taken. I am shocked. It looks like Berlin just been held out. I can join the Allies again. Okay, we're gonna be friends. I'll return Polish territory as long as it means I get some cool land. But at this point, as long as Munich, Prague, and Vienna, actually, no, Prague's Czechoslovakia, cool. As long as Vienna and Munich are taken, the war's won. Because Germany's dead. Last but not least is National Spain and Italy, but Italy looks like they'll be wrapped up soon, and National Spain is actually, yeah, they're breaking. They're broke. They actually have 30 to 42 troops left. Italy really is the last stand of the Axis powers. We are lacking 26,000 guns. And the AI's gone brain dead, it seems. That's my least favorite part about invading island nations, Japan, because yeah. If you don't pay attention for 1 second, you're gonna get surrounded and you're gonna lose all your units. So long as we surround them, should be good, and keep one marine here, please. We really need to not be surrounded. Also, the Allies are not helping us. Yep, we need to continuously attack you, just to stop that. We need a new port. Everything hinges on this. Get another port here. No, don't run away. I need you to be here. I don't get it. The AI is dumb as rocks. The AI is dead. Luckily, this one guy here has a extra marine supply grace for 240 hours, and that's pretty much saving us from complete disaster. I need one here. Stop moving your troops. Get to Nagasaki. Please. Okay, war in Europe. Back to it again. But Berlin's been taken. Hasn't it? Yeah, Berlin's been taken. And this is so messy. I don't even want to deal with it. This border. This line gore is so bad. Well, the question now still remains, how much pain does the Germans want to deal with before they're done with? Slovakia's dead. That's the signs of things to end for them. And we'll take Vienna. Yeah, it's not Berlin, but it's like discount Berlin. It's good enough. And Munich's about to be taken. Hopefully by the Americans, yeah. Well. Unless it's still held on by Spanish. Looks like Germany is actually having a comeback. Which is sad. Like super sad. I have to do this work now. Now back over here. Where Nagasaki has been taken and we are now pushing through to Japan. No guns. No, we're producing 1,000 guns a day. Just need more guns. I mean, who's even really carrying this team anymore? Like Italy, seriously just holding out to the very end. You haven't switched sides yet. Fall of Rome. Paradox, can you make a Italian switch size DLC next? I think that that'll complete the complete Hearts of Iron 4. Yugoslavia declares war on itself. Okay. Whatever, game. Love makes you happy. Okay, Romania and Croatia dead. It's good news. I guess. I don't even know what's going on anymore. Oh, Amberg. Let's take it. Take it! End the war. Okay, Germany should be dead. Yes. And that's a really ugly Europe. So now it's left to the Axis of the Italians, which need to be... Just need to take Genoa. North. Should be dead. As for Iberia... I can just start sending more troops here. Send this 24 and just end them. Obviously... the Allies AI are not really doing their best. Now for Japan, which are the only ones literally just taking care of this. It's going to be the slow grind through this area that we hate. Italy goes to me. Oh, it goes to US. I guess. I have no clue. But hey, you know what? I don't care. As long as the war ends quickly, I'll be happy. But as for you... No, wrong one. Really need to keep pushing. End this war once and for all. The Japanese. Because we're kind of the only ones pushing through Japan. Which, I mean, if the Allies did help, that would be great. But unfortunately, I don't think they are. I mean, how much do you even have left for you? Wow, just so much war score. You have 65%, it's hardly gone away. So as long as you don't get kicked out of the Allies, which could happen any second because the British are like really bad at, really good at kicking me out of faction. We've done it several times already. Hopefully you won't get screwed over in the peace deal. Oh. And Barcelona got nuked. Okay, gonna be done after we take Madrid. No? Still keep going. Yep, got faction. That's nice. That's nice. It's nice you do. Are you seriously still upset about having too much tension? 78%? What did I even do? What did I even do, game? I hope I get this war score. So at 65%, I'm not hopefully I don't get screwed. Because peace deal's about to happen. Okay, look at that. So we finally got what we actually wanted from the beginning of the game. Well, I mean after we defeated Russia. But I will come back when I get what I want. Okay, well, I mean the borders are pretty bad. Don't look at it. The peace treaty didn't really go as planned, especially since the German Republic now exists. Could I release like another Germany? No. So the peace deal didn't even go quite as planned, but I did release a few good nations like Kingdom Bohemia, it's now mine. Austria, it's mine. Greater Hungary, you know, because it's so great, and the Kingdom of Croatia, and they're all non-lined, which I think is brilliant. And we kind of got the peace deal of all of Russia, but I do apologise that the border goal is really bad, and I didn't even do this. Well, I did this. I gave Republican Spain land. I mean, I let them have Galicia, but that's it. I let them have Galicia, and then there's like a secondary Spain. This a tale of two Spains and the United Kingdom, United States owning Iberia, because that's just ugly. I did take this one. Apologize for taking Sicily. It's an ugly Sicily. But China is now the new Cold War. It's this new powerhouse. And funny enough, we also take Alsace-Lorraine, which we actually get all of France's forts, which I think is hilarious. But regardless, though, that is that war taken care of. We're probably not going to actually invade the Allies for very good reasons. As in, I don't want to fight the Allies. I think it's a pretty good reason, that's enough. But yeah, as the new China, we are pretty much the Soviets making a new Cold War. But regardless, though, I'm going to make a new division. So that's my division, modern tanks. And with all of our new found factories, we're going to start pumping these out as quickly as possible. Yeah, look at that. Modern tank divisions on the go. And we're going to be lacking a lot of modern tanks and there's a lot of artillery, but that's because we're not even making them until now. Regardless, I want to go and break Japan. So let's just take these 13 divisions, equip them here, and I want to wrap up this wall so I can finally get what I want. But the Japanese should be nearly done. And when I mean by nearly done, I mean not done at all. We could actually improve the tank, modern tanks. Improve reliability a bit. I think that looks pretty good. Engine doesn't really matter, just reliability up. Make some Type A's. There we go. Made in China with lots of reliability. And we are lacking steel. We could steal from our puppets. That's pretty good news. We might see the modern tanks come into action, we may not. It depends if our infantry does break the Japanese. Oh, and we got the bug where it doesn't actually show you what war score you have. But that's okay, we're wrapping this up. All I really want is to get on my calls back, so we do get our achievement, the Waking Tiger. And let's see. I never did finish getting up to level 8, I mean level 9. Which is quite unfortunate. I did want to see something like that happen. But you win some, you lose some. If I were to continue the series, I would have gotten it. But unfortunately, get up to level 9 as a field marshal is really tough. Like a lot of these other generals not even level 9 yet. I've had them the entire war. Yeah. Gives me so much experience to get that achievement. But that's okay. I'm not too concerned. Let's see, is there anything else I need to research? Don't need military police. Mechanized? That could be useful. Looks like we trapped the Japanese army. And maybe we can do a bit of a sneaky take over Tokyo. And finally finish this war. Well, I mean, they can get nuked too. But we do want to finish this war once for all. So I think taking Tokyo should end it, especially since they're... Yeah. It's the... What's it's kind of getting low. News coming in from Tokyo recently confirming the city has been fallen to Chinese forces. Much of it lies in ruins, including the Imperial Palace, which now serves as the headquarters of the Chinese military administration. Former reports witness a massive victory parade that features a seemingly endless procession of Chinese soldiers marching through the city. Japanese citizens lining the streets watch with parading troops and silence. A great victory. Which Japan's done. They only have 30 divisions somewhere. What do you have 30 divisions? Japan. Unfortunately, we're not going to get these tanks. But hey, Japan's almost done. That is always a bonus for me. Can join the Allies. Hey, look, we're back in the Allies. Why not? I mean, you already kicked me out so many times, it doesn't even matter. But at the very least, we'll make some nuclear reactors all over Russia. We'll make it a nice, nuclear wasteland if anything goes wrong. But we are making nukes. And there goes Japan. Democratic power has been put in Japan as the single state of Tokyo, a Kanto. It's pretty funny. And let's see, Awaken Angry. That should end the war. And we conquered all this land. Kai-Shek criticized our weak foreign policy. We had the chance to strike against our enemies, but the Kuomintang let it pass by. Not only let another damning in case of a string of missed opportunities to strengthen the Chinese position internationally, is a sign that the claim to acting in the interests of the Chinese people is mostly empty rhetoric. It is time for a change in policy. Our failure to pursue the war, many had expected has been a target of scathing criticism from our political opponents. Not following through on our military plans will make it more difficult for us to convene the people in which direction we're taking China. We cannot allow people accusing Kai-Shek of cowardice. Change. I mean, I already have 0% fascism. Okay then. Well, we'll end it on that note. Evidently, China had a very weak foreign policy. Yeah. Fairly weak foreign policy. Regardless though, unfortunately, weren't able to get these two achievements. We could let a month run by. See if that gets it. Austria votes to join Germany. There goes my puppet. What? I'm a bit confused. Like, what are you doing? You're my puppet. You get annexed. I mean, you're mine. Hard to find for game mechanics. You've seen it here. You've seen it here, folks. It's great. Well, the month passed by, and unfortunately, we weren't able to get the achievement because you probably can't have the Soviet Union. I mean, you can't have the Soviet Union take this land, I guess. So that was a mistake there. And we didn't get this other one because our general only got to level, not that one. I don't know. He only got to level 8. So at 31%. So unfortunately, he wasn't able to get the level 9 field marshal. If I were to continue the series, though, we would, you know, of course, attack the Allies. But it's such a mess. Late game Hard to Find for 1948 would definitely be, well, it's a mess. I could do it, but I don't think it's gonna be very fun because, well, it's gonna be is me making tanks and nukes and just trying to obliterate everyone, which I don't think it's that exciting to take over all this. But regardless though, I had fun with the series. China became very big and powerful. Fairly late in the game, it took China quite a while to finally get what they finally deserved. A huge, gigantic empire under Kai-Shek. But I had fun, and hopefully you had fun watching this series. So leave a like if you liked the video. If you dislike the video, dislike it. And if you want to have any criticism about the series, do leave a comment down below. Or if you don't, just say you liked the video, or you did not. Anyway, this is RedAlphaTails signing off. See you